Dragon burrows the wild beyond the witchlight. When we last left off, the party was in a walking tavern or inn, known as the inn at the end of the road. Their party also has a caged companion called Sir Talavar. As they carried his cage, he's stuck into safety. After he manages to sneak it away from the bramble snakes, who still believe he's at the top of the tower. Anybody want to say anything?
I guess I'll just take a seat.
Yes, my character, after being powered down for several weeks, will finally power back up.
I was wondering when you eventually move or something. It's kind of weird that you thought it was weird they were carrying a weird giant robot.
Yes, G4 will say battery powered operational.
Well, I best introduce myself. I am Admiral Harrington. As this Parangon walks up to you and offers his hand out.
G4 will walk up to him, think his head down, and then say, "Greetings, small rabbit folk. I am G4,
Hmm.
guardian guardian of the guardian of the cities and states of Azeroth."
Haven't heard of that place. Last time I heard of it, it was like over a couple thousand. Last time I heard of it, it was like in a book documenting a thing over a couple thousand. An old city over a couple thousand years old.
Hey, that city almost sounds like my. Never mind.
G4 will give a quizzical look and say, "Huh. Error. Error found. Azeroth not located."
And he's. I assume we've all been passed out on the raft for a little bit.
Actually, we're at the inn at the end of the road.
Nice. So we're finally. What?
The walking in.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
As you guys are
traversing is like.
I'm sorry.
oh, good. We're all.
Go ahead.
That we're all sick.
I'm just asking what the where we are and what's our current condition. Are we passed out? Are we awake?
We're awake. In fact, you actually wind up seeing the intender, the innkeeper, an elderly lady. You can see that they got some flowers growing on their body. They might be a druid.
Yeah. Then I noticed. Yeah. Then I noticed. Oh god. I noticed 40 GU40 awakens like, oh, it's automaton. Looks like you're finally up and running again.
Hey, you're finally awake.
GU will turn to you and say, "Power at 100%.
Thank the
Battery
Lord.
life optimal.
Thank the Lord he solved that.
Well, what was the name of your character again? I forgot. Sorry.
Mine GU4D
Okay.
or or
GU40?
G4 for short. Yeah, GU4D.
Not here. It's not here. It's scrap metal.
Okay, you gotta give him props. That actually was a good one.
My kobold ass was tired of dragging you around.
Hey, good say. Good say, Fearless. She looks at G4 is like, automaton. We have titles right now, but not names. It's a rule of this land. It's the rules of these lands to not say, to not deliberately say your name, or just don't say your name. Just don't say your name.
No, you could say your name, but if someone asks for your name, you can't give it.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, she looks at the
Some
admiral.
characters just are tricky like that. Not going to lie.
He is Iron Man.
Okay, I'm glad that I know
Yeah,
that
but
role
does that
specifically.
would that work on an automaton? Like GU4D is not really his actual name, but rather,
His model number.
A designation.
yeah.
This land twists, so if minerals of the land are anything to go off of, it could probably twist you too. That's how our character B-dubs.
Yeah, she looks at the admiral and says, "Well, now that I finally know that rule and I can actually share my name willingly, I'm Rosark."
And we'll stay fearless.
Yeah.
Also, I do have a question for the DM out of character. What level are we?
We're level 4.
Okay. Just asking. It's been a while, so I'm not sure if we
I understand. I'm just digging up a character sheet real quick. Digging up a character stat block real quick. That's supposed to also have the personality on have a personality on it. I cannot seem to find it. The longer those damn hags stay, the more they poison this place. Wait, that guy is actually in the campaign? Wow, I did not expect that. But that's not important right now.
The Wizard of Waterdeep has come.
Wizard
Actually, it is.
battle.
It's not the Wizard of Waterdeep. It's the monster that breaks everybody's face.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
It's a monster that takes faces.
And kneecaps.
Please, not my kneecaps. I need those to drive.
Anyway, as you see, like you definitely tell this lady is fairly old. Well, at least you guys managed to get safely out of the swamp for now. If any of you guys would like to rest here, I don't mind you guys staying the night. Ugh. I really would love to be able to get out of this cursed swamp. Place is literally killing me. Those damn hags didn't hear her mutter something about under her breath, something about that has a bit of anger in it. You hear like catch a glimpse of a hag cutting off the rest of the cutting off the inn.
Hmm.
She will approach her and ask, "May I assist you?"
I don't know if this is something you can help with, Sonny.
I can try.
The land has been broken into three by those cursed ones who overthrew Silvina. And their magic and their influence of each zone is tainting the place. Only Zelbina can truly correct all the damage.
Is there anything I can do? Perhaps bring these hags to justice. I may not be able to repair the damage, but perhaps I can, I can stop them from damaging this world further.
Perhaps. Let me get something real quick. Also, would any of you care for a slice of plum pie?
I think I'm good. I've got rocks.
G4 does not need sustenance.
Only if you're willing to give it. Or if you're willing to part ways with it.
Well, any old trinket will do in return for payment for a night and a pie. As the rules of the place. So,
Yeah, we're sorry.
be on the house. As she pulls out a piece of paper and writes something on it before handing it to the Warforged.
I will give her scatterleaf tea if she will accept it.
Any old trinket, even a rock.
I mustn't part ways with my food. I'll get hungry.
Especially if it's a shiny rock.
Not getting the special rocks. Especially not dragon-shaped special rocks.
Well, I'm surprised G4 didn't surprised you didn't respond to that, Rizul. You were handed
What did she give me?
a piece of paper with a note written on it.
G4 will take the note and hand her an infused rock that glitters.
Huh, pretty. But that note is for free because you may be able to help them. You see, there are those who wish to restore the rightful ruler of the land, but they are really held back. The head, as you see her bend down, collapse partially to one knee. You can definitely see age is definitely taking a toll.
Everybody in this land is canonically sick, so it's extra immersive.
Yeah.
Cursed swamp gas.
Cursed swamp gas. Well,
Cursed swamp ass.
actually, yeah, swamp ass, right? Uh,
As she winds up picking herself back up. You see, as I said, speak the contents of the note to the old goblin with many keys, and he'll give you the key to where they meet.
Thank you.
I I will do this for you,
Surprised you haven't
says T4.
Okay, I'm surprised you haven't read the note yet.
Why would I read the note? I have to read it to the goblin with many keys.
It's so you know what it says. So you can read it to the goblin.
He's got no bloody eyes, it's only a sensor.
Hold on. So,
An arrow at dawn strikes the heart of the eclipse.
alright, says what?
The heart of the eclipse. Don't forget about the one who doesn't forget, who always winds up forgetting.
An hour at dawn brings something eclipse, right? Right?
Typing it out
Oh, good.
because I don't
Because
think I don't think you probably properly understand me through the mic.
it do be like that.
It do be like that sometimes, yeah.
For real, for real. English is not my first language, I'll have you know. My first language is in fact stupid. I am extremely proficient in that one. For anybody out of random need, for some reason, needs to know how to get silicone off their skin, I would recommend WD-40 and intensive rinsing. Silicone
Type it
adhesive.
out.
Got it.
Thank you, sir.
I made a typo. Need to fix that. There. Okay, it's properly fixed now.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to mess it up when we say to the person they might be confused. Fickle thing spells.
As you guys continue through your way. So, where are you guys heading anyway?
We're going to we're going to find the goblin with many keys. He should be a great help to us.
Telemetry Hill it is.
Yep.
Hell, it's gonna be quite a far away walk from, quite far away from here. It's best I recommend you guys rest the night. We'll be a lot closer in the morning.
All right. She Sark starts looking through her things and finds that her sickle's still there. She doesn't use it anymore. She pulls it out and says, "Is this good in trade?"
A sickle.
I'm not sure how well it'll do in this place. It is
Interesting.
yes, but it is something I have.
You can keep your sickle. Your friend already paid.
Understood. She puts her sickle away.
What about my tea?
Your tea may help you a little further down the road. I do not wish to deprive you of that.
As you wish.
What you do?
Besides, if you could lend a hand around the place to help patch it up, I'd be grateful. I'm getting a bit too old for repairs.
Oh, I can help. Small bits at a time. It'd take a while, but I can mend things. Would that help?
I'll gladly accept that.
And Azrael shall do as he can to assist in such a matter.
I don't see why Masarek would try and help out as well. Wouldn't want to help out, you know?
I wouldn't want to make the building explode. Anything you fix might do it.
I'm not gonna try to make something explode. If anything, I'm gonna do it off of the premises. Like, far away from the premises.
You just nailed two pieces.
Reminds me of my grandson.
I just imagine your character putting a nail and two plywood boards together. You push the nail through and it just explodes.
For no reason.
Yeah. Covered in soot. Just.
As you pretty much see, the place go by. Ugh. Ugh.
Perhaps have you drank any warm water or tea in real life? I'd highly recommend it.
I got some water.
Is it warm?
No.
You should make it warm.
Because in real life, I'm dealing with congestion.
Yeah.
Same here.
Still helps.
Yep. And so, with your... So, is G4 going to be helping out with the repairs as well? Or 4D?
G4 will contemplate the note
Okay.
while the others make repairs. He's not good at repairs. He's not good at repairs.
Well, you can definitely tell the place is a little ramshackled and run down. Probably partially because of how hard it's been stuck, how long it's been stuck. You can see moss and vines growing all over the place. See a couple holes in the roof. So, throughout your work of combined effort of your repairs, you managed to patch the place up. You can actually see Telemetry Hill in the distance as your guys are slowly approaching it. The water of the swamp has receded quite a lot. Though the smell of swamp gas, though 4D wouldn't be able to smell it. It's definitely, everyone else, you definitely can smell it. It smells like the worst fart you've ever smelt.
Oh God, it's assaulting my nose.
This with a rotten egg.
My snout, it burns.
Ah, it sucked.
I think I,
That's a different
I
testing.
think I think he smelt it for real.
I am going to roll the d8 now.
Yeah, it's like, my stomach smells like, yeah, this is some kind of stink from what I'm used to.
This is my d8, right? That's a d6. Where did I put the d8? Found it. It's my weird d8. It's the potion bottle one. Alright. Can I get Rosark to make a constitution save as well as
As?
Azeroth?
You said it was a con save?
Yes.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you want
roll-
that? Do you want that in roll 20 or?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll
For some reason, I rolled twice.
roll and then put it in d20.
The first roll was, no wait, what the? Constitution save?
Constitution check.
Oh. Okay, let me do
I've
that
got the
then.
same score for both.
That's a 6. Why is it rolling twice?
Do you have
Visual
advantage
table
on?
not. No wait, hold on. Oh man, hold on. Wait, give me a second. Roll.
Are we high enough level to have a feat? No. So it wouldn't be
No,
that.
not there yet. Give me a second. I need to get
Well,
back.
actually,
I need to get back
you're
into the
level
table.
4 cleric. You should be able to have a feat. If
Okay.
you cash in your ability score improvement.
Right. Okay,
Do what?
here.
Wait, hold on.
Here. Features
In
and
that
traits. Going to roll the real save, and it's.
Oh yeah,
18.
you're right. You're right.
I have
picked up
rolled an
forecast.
18. It shows up. It's an 18.
Okay,
I rolled
and
18.
where is Azermoth?
I already typed it in. But I do have Warcaster, but I think that only applies to concentration. Yeah, that only applies to concentration. It does. It gives you advantage on Constitution saving throws, which you're asking for a check anyway, so it wouldn't help either way. But yeah, it's 12.
And I'm going to roll the admirals.
I swear, there's some evil demon that just keeps dimension during part of our party away. I could swear it.
And he got a 19. Ugh. 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 I hate that stuff. That wasn't normal marsh gas.
Ha! Ha!
That was hiccuping gas. It usually causes a really annoying case of hiccups.
Wait, does a 12 pass?
Yes.
Shit. Lucky me, I'm terrible at acting like I'm having the hiccups.
As the inn finally comes to a stop, you are pretty close to where you need to be, but this is as
Not
far as
there.
the inn can take you. You'll have to take the rest of the route on foot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Everyone has their limits. See if I get more to their.
Until Prismire's reconnected, I can't get close to the border at all.
Also, quick question, Seth. The marker. Where are we?
On the map, we're about here.
Marker. Marker.
Oh,
No.
Alright. So we're about, yeah, okay.
you can see Telemetry Hill,
Okay,
or Telemy Hill, in the distance. It's a lot weirder.
It has legs.
Yes.
To make it even more weirder than the keyhole in it and the legs.
And the fact that it's doing a cartoon dance.
Oh, I love that. It's my favorite.
The cartoon up and down dance.
Yeah.
As you guys manage to make your way there. So. Perhaps the Key Goblin may have the key to get me out of this cage.
well, first we must find the key goblin.
Well, my best guess he'd be in the keyhole. As you see, the Fairy Dragon Knight point.
A literal keyhole
Yep.
or a hole that looks like a keyhole?
He literally points at the hole in the mountain that looks like a keyhole.
Like,
A
so,
giant keyhole.
so I looked at it from a distance, like, so how are we getting onto this hill?
That is the question.
Can we not walk?
It's standing. We have to climb it.
You see as the hill is like up and going up and down. You also notice the area is skirted in a mist.
I don't know if we go into the mist we get on the hill. I'm serious, I do not know.
I figure we probably have to climb the lakes.
Well, I haven't been here before, so. And I lived in Prismere most of my life.
Okay.
The only time I was outside of Prismere was when I was visiting a different area of the Feywild.
Alright. Well,
I could try to command the hill to sit.
That might work. Might.
yeah, it should give us some time to get on. Best we get gold. It's best we can try to get closer, though. It's not
I'm
too
pretty
far,
athletic. I could probably get up there.
Do you step into the mist?
I suppose we don't have much of a choice.
Yeah,
I mean, technically
yeah,
speaking, we could blow it away, but
As
that'd
you
be burning
step in the
slots.
mist, you are greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silvery green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though in the breeze despite the absence of one.
I know the mist brought us here.
What
Alright, now
kind of-
where is the keyhole? She starts looking around.
Would be at the top of the hill.
Like, oh, okay, so we went, okay. I'm so glad I brought you with me, Mortimer. She
I'm
grabs,
so glad we didn't have to climb.
yep,
Though it seems to be still a bit of a walk up there.
yeah, Rosart looks at a G4. It says, hey, guard unit, if I can call you that. Wanna come up?
I would, and I joined them.
Yeah.
We gotta weld some wheels under his feet so we can just weld him to the back of the fucking bike. Freaking bike.
Yeah. Regulars latch on with the wheels she looks at the GU40 's like, do you have any portable wheels?
I do not.
Rustle, 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 rustle. Rustle,
She
rustle,
stops. Alright.
What was
I'm
nice?
doing the
She
rustling.
puts her finger she points her finger at the rustling and conjures up a perked firebolt.
You see, you hear more rustling, except it's coming from behind you now. Rustle, 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 rustle.
She turns.
I'll aim
You
out the
notice
original
the
spot.
trees awkwardly close to you.
These trees are alive. We gotta get moving. She gets on her bike and starts riding.
Rustle, 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 rustle,
I'm gonna
rustle.
keep looking at the trees.
Like the moment you take your eyes
I'll
off of one,
send
it
my
seemingly
homunculus
teleports somewhere
servant.
else.
Weeping Trangels.
Like, everyone on Morty. We're gonna be riding.
I take care to look at as many trees as possible while getting on the bike.
If anyone else wants to join me,
They seem to
join
be
me.
trying to direct you up the hill.
Looks like we're following the direction then. Vroom.
As more trees seem to be joining in, seeming to line the path. Give me a sec, I need to adjust my audio input. I'm picking up the movie next to me.
We using maps today.
Like each time you blink, the trees seem to be moving just as fast as Morty can.
I am blinking with one eye at a time. At one
G4
point,
does not
There's
need to
even a.
blink.
Eventually, you make it to the top. You see what looks like a well-worn keyhole in the mountain, large, and looks like it has worn steps that lead down to what feels like a cellar. It is you can see that cold air coming up from down there. There's a subtle scent of iron in the air. From the end, you can smell it from the entrance. You hear a sput. You see what looks like a sputtering of flickering candle part of the way down. As you hear the sound of jingling, jangling keys.
Can I send my homunculus servant to go scout the place out?
You can.
I do that.
You send your. It goes down into the cellars. You see what looks like a room filled with thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of keys. So you see, but when you can see it goes down. They're straying across all over the place and on the walls, hanging from chains and other stuffs. You see, in the center, you hear more keys jingling, and as a goblin emerges from the dimness, wearing a coat lined with metal keys and carrying a flail that has padlocks for heads. She manages a faint smile and says, "How might Jingle Jangle unlock a bit of happiness in your lives today?"
She bumps GU40. Read them the note. Read them the note.
Do you trust to approach the goblin, being that it's my homunculus servant down there and not actually me?
It's like, mind giving me the note?
Oh, it seems that you're just appears that you are merely just someone who's looking to look ahead.
Actually,
Why, put
we're
your friends down, as she gestures to the homunculus.
Like,
DU4D will make his way down. As and as for the homunculus service, it will make an affirming chime like ding.
huh?
I make my way down to the goblin, and yeah, once I see the goblin, I will look the goblin up and down, and, and ask the obvious question with the obvious answer. Are you the goblin of many keys?
I am a place full of keys. I'll let you decide.
Rosard
Processing,
looks at the goblin and
processing, processing. Good enough.
So how can I unlock a bit of happiness for you today?
I have a note to be read, the goblin of many keys, and then I will proceed to read the note. An arrow at dawn, strike at the hour of the eclipse, but do not forget about the one who forgets the morning.
Ah. As you watch as they wind up pulling out, wind up digging in a back pocket before they pull out a very different looking key. Though instead, it's a key that looks like a book. The Weaver a tale awaits to guide you on the path to the meeting.
Is that something I have to remember? If so, just type it out.
I think we just go outside and follow it.
We might, it might
It's a
it might
fairy
be
tale.
simple. It might not be.
Perhaps.
Is there anything else Jingle Jangle can help you with? For I have many keys, can open many doors and many things.
Yeah, wasn't there another thing we needed a key for, or is this the same thing?
So, how long am I going to be holding this cage?
Ah, yes, that's it. What, would you have a key for, perhaps, a cage like this?
As Jingle Jangle. Oh, I remember this old thing. I designed it a long time ago. It was meant to keep those misbehaving sprites. Put them in timeout to let them think about what they've done. They usually be released about an hour later.
This one has been trapped far longer than an hour.
I think I have a spare. As you watch them go digging, shuffling around before they come out with a silver-looking key. Let's see. And they wind up placing the key in the lock, and it slowly turns, and you hear the door creak open. Ah, freedom at last! I thank you, kind adventurers, for bringing me here to my freedom. And
Hmm.
I thank you, kind goblin, for letting me out.
You're welcome.
I offer for the party who helped me from that tower and from those snakes, I offer my blade.
I thank you for that. I think. Now,
He's quite literally took his sword out
out from the sheath.
and offers it as a reward.
Shouldn't we give it to the goblin?
I take it with gratitude. I'm really getting this man's blade. I'm getting the sword of a fairy dragon. Hi, Dexter, are you there?
Hey, hey.
Yeah, we freed the fairy dragon.
Oh, nice.
And I think I'm getting a sword.
It's not an actual sword.
What is it? Mark a dagger?
Pretty much.
It's
All
a
right.
bit small for a sword.
It's a +1 tiny sword.
So, +1 dagger.
For me, it's like a short sword. No.
Did I get that right? A +1 dagger?
Yep.
Adding that to my equipment.
Well, we gotta give something to the goblin for his niceties, his assistance.
Yeah.
It is my way of saying thank you, but I must be off. I must warn my queen.
We wish you luck.
What troubles your queen?
I must warn her of the fall of Prismere. We fear our home may be next.
Oh. Let's hold on.
As he starts to flutter his wings more, and he starts to turn into a purple aura around him, as he launches himself off, zooming through the sky, out of the cave into the clouds.
So it looks at this tiny sword.
It's a +1 dagger.
Yeah. Again, I'm calling it a tiny sword.
It's pretty much the size of a dagger for you.
The sword +1. That's why I'm naming this. I am naming this Tiny Sword +1.
Tiny sword +1. It's always good to name your weapon.
I'm literally calling it what it is.
I asked to the goblin, "You make others happy. Are you happy?"
She smiles.
No, I meant to the lock goblin.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're good. You're good. This time I'm talking to the lock goblin.
Oh.
Did you hear what?
You guys, because of that, you guys successfully managed to gain a magical dagger.
Did you hear what I said to the lock person? Okay.
Life isn't the best. Jingle Jangle was digging truffles in the swamp, but a bunch of Harrigans left out from behind in the reeds and shrubbery. They took Jingle Jangle's truffles and threw Jingle Jangle down in the mud, and whacked Jingle Jangle with wooden clubs.
Tell me. She pulls out her short sword. Do you know where they live?
Out of game here. Where was Marigold this whole time?
Doing Marigold thing.
Passed out on the bike. That's all I have to explain it. Just passed out on the bike.
I'm telling you, man. There's a dimension-dooring demon that keeps abducting us,
and keeps babysitting us. Basically, he's kidnapping us and just like, sleep now. You are a good boy.
So we'll take us, fool with us, and then send us back.
Jingle Jangle will need payment for service.
I have a question.
I like a
we
bicycle.
using maps?
What's your question?
Are we using maps this session?
Maps?
Yeah.
No, we're
Yeah,
using Power of the Mind Theater.
Okay.
yeah.
I asked to Jingle Jangle what assistance we could offer.
Jingle Jangle wants a bag of truffles? Or another tasty snack? Or maybe a thirst-quenching beverage?
A
Or
thirst
solemn
question.
vow to avenge the abuse Jingle Jangle has suffered at the hands of those monsters that take Jingle Jangle's favorite food.
Oh, Jingle Jangle. I may have a. Do you per se like tea?
Depends, what kind of tea?
In the meantime, I could give you scatterleaf tea, but I also, if you would prefer, I could make you feel happy for a period.
Rock tea?
No, not rock tea. I
That
said
does sound like
scatterleaf
something.
tea.
I know, but rock tea does sound like something that your character probably would offer.
Ezramoth understands full well that not very many people indulge in rock chewing.
I guess that will do.
Yeah, Marigold wakes up and is like, "What happened?"
As you see what looks like Marigold, you wake up and you just see what looks like a tall tree leaning over you, with eyes staring at you. Uncomfortably close.
Yeah, Marigold is just stares at the tree for a second, doesn't say a thing, pinches herself, confirms she's awake, and is like, "Okay, am I still in the Fae?" She looks around real quick to make sure she's still in the Fae.
The tree quietly nods.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as we're here, I'm not going to question anything.
I was really expecting Marigold to scream.
Dude, you already know where Marigold originally was from. Like, she's seen scarier shit than this. Speaking
The
of,
tree
I actually
stands
do
up and
plan.
marches away.
Yeah, she does. She actually does ask the tree, being like, have you seen my friends go in a certain direction?"
They point to the keyhole shaped in the giant keyhole shaped cave in the wall.
Thank you. And Marigold just walks off. And when she gets there, she quietly, well, she doesn't scream to herself, but definitely goes into a, "Why was a tree staring at me? Why, how long was it staring at me?" And then she goes even weirder in her thoughts, being like, "Wait, can trees see clothes? Was that tree a perv?"
Wait,
Like,
so actually,
Marigold,
good.
yeah, Marigold's like question. She's already is like, "I shouldn't question the Fey world." She's like, "I gotta fucking question the fairy world."
I shouldn't question the Fae, but I'm gonna question the Fae.
So,
Yep.
so what was it Jingle Jangle said about, was there a way to quench his need for vengeance or something?
Yes. They're saying to avenge the abuse Jingle Jangle has suffered at the hands of those monsters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he wanted to feel better or if he wanted to shit to happen. If he specified,
That
then
stole Jingle Jangle's truffles.
yes. No, I understand. I just wanted to. I needed the specification on if he just wanted to feel better or there actually to be effect. Um, but yeah, he can have the tea for now, and
Marigold
then
takes the tea and actually starts to brew a cup. Though they're not boiling the water, they're just soaking the tea in the cold water.
if that is what they prefer.
Yeah, that's when Marigold finally comes in. Is like, "Hey, what's everyone doing?"
Does Marigold just sees a goblin making tea in cold water?
What's the deal with airline foods?
Like, I don't know if Marigold have an opinion if it should be hot tea or cold tea.
Actually, she does have Firebolt, so she secretly tries to cast Firebolt on the jug to warm up the tea. Like not to harm the goblin, but just try to secretly give the goblin good tea. Noticing that.
You're gonna have to roll accuracy on that one.
I actually am using the first new dye that you got me, the honey ones.
You actually went through that soap that quick, or did you cut the
I
dye
went
out?
through I went through one and I went through one and I work at a sawmill, man. I fucking get dirty every day. I do use soap every day.
Still, that soap is pretty good.
You work in a sawmill? Sick. Very neat.
15. And yeah, actually I make axle rods for off-road vehicles.
No kidding.
Anyway,
I just actually got a promotion. I work at the
in
mills
order to
and
actually
the
heat the tea up, at least the water up a bit, without causing any harm, the pot does rattle for a bit.
yeah, Marigold's does a phew little nervous because she did technically woke up and just casted some magic. I always imagine Marigold's magic is very childlike, kind of like it's a finger guns. I imagine that's how her magic kind of is.
Azeroth can relate in the fact that his magic is non-conventional. My magic is
You
thrashing.
watch as the goblin starts to drink some of the tea. They begin to spill. A leader of the man who... I know the name of the man who led those brigands that beat me. Agadon Longscarf. He's the leader of the Haragon Brigands. He wears a bright blue scarf and moves as fast as lightning.
I have a feeling that everyone in this world's name happens to be their characteristic.
I am lightning.
If you're going to be heading that way, beware of the
The
Brigand's
whiteboard is
tollway.
working?
It's an old series of old walkways that circle a giant tree stump. The Brigands set up a camp atop the stump because it gives them advantage of the high ground.
Ka-chow.
So if you're trying to get to the next section, the best guide in hither is a piercing clawed scarecrow named Clapperclaw. He hangs around Downfall and knows the way to the neighboring realm of Thither, which is ruled by the hag known as Granny Nightshade. I heard stories about how she eats children after making them work next to death in her personal workshop. Though I heard there's a rebelling Oni trying to save the children over there.
Awkward. I say that's out of game, by the way. Holy fucking shit.
What do you think, guys? You think we should go beat up some Haragon on a hill?
Though I recommend you stop by Downfall. You might be able to secure something. Besides, you might be able to find another one willing to fight.
Okay.
Now, please leave me. I grow very tired.
Right away. Azeroth leaves. And everybody else is just standing there. How awkward.
Sorry, no, I just did something that I shouldn't have done, and I think I just hurt myself badly.
What?
What happened?
There was like a piece of like one of the worst thing about my jobs is that I get metal splinters,
Oh yeah, I love those.
and I was trying to pull one out, and I think I just pushed it in deeper, and my fucking hand hurts.
Use tweezers
Oh,
when you do that.
I did. That's
uh,
what I thought I grabbed it. When I did, I accidentally jerked and pushed in.
well, theoretically speaking, a majority of objects that get stuck and lodged in the human body get ejected through normal processes. However, that's not good.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's not
so
bleeding; it hurts, but that's a. If you hear me say "ow" when I roll dice, that's why.
Ugh.
as Jingle Jangle winds up drinking their tea and winds up shakily walking back into into the dimness, you hear him lie down.
He's got protection from good and evil, at least while he sleeps.
Yeah, for real.
That's the effect of the tea.
So,
Or at
what do
least
you guys
that's
do?
Let's go to that town.
I'm joining them on that front.
How do you head on out?
Marigold just follows the group.
When you get
I'm
out,
I'm taking Morty at a
is
low
dancing
speed.
right by the entrance, keys swaying about. As keys start to drop down on the ground in front of you guys. A single key.
Just one single key.
It looks like an iron key. Very similar to one of the many Jingle Jangle. But the trees speak up. You hear old grunty voice. Deep, as if the earth itself is speaking. Go, heroes who helped our friend. Take this key. It will help you later on when you need it most. Please save the true ruler of Prismia and undo the reign of the Hogs.
Okay.
You may find
Azramoth.
information if you head towards Downfall as they gesture off to in the far distance, but you're going to have to cross the walkway to do so. It's the only way in that isn't blocked by treacherous deep mud that threatens to swallow even me whole.
Azramoth will pick up the key.
As the trees begin to move out of the way, as they begin to start to repose and stand still, as the faces on them disappear,
Iron key from a tree. Yeah, that's not vague at all. I'll definitely remember. Sick. Alright, I've got that noted in my inventory. Pun intended.
Razul, got anything you want to comment on?
Well, Marigold is kind of just right now in it for the ride. I mean, the only thing that's kind of like weird that she just thinks about is that why is there an iron key in the realm of the Fae? Because where she's from, iron and fairies don't get along. But she's just kind of like, the fuck? trying to mathematically or scientifically put together why is there iron in the Fey world.
I was gonna make a Bill Nye joke about a Rosark the Goblin Girl, but
I did not know I was muted this whole time. Yeah, I'm a Warforged.
Oh, wait, you were. Damn.
You've had iron walking around with you this entire time.
it's
True.
fine. It's living iron.
That is true. I did forget that Warforged is technically made of iron. I don't know why I thought you were copper all of a sudden.
I'm covered in chainmail.
Yeah.
And Warforged can be made out of a lot of things.
They can even be made of wood.
True.
They sure can.
Made of ironwood.
No,
So,
the thing
what's the
is,
plan?
not all
Or is
the
it-
things in the Feywild are fairies.
Right.
So they don't have the weakness of iron.
Alright.
Fair enough.
That's why the Dragon Fairy was so quick to get away. It was like, this freaking dragon, this micro dragon turd is just covered in stuff I hate. The true reason, I don't know.
Regardless, what's the plan now?
I gotta go to that town.
Alright.
Though,
Yeah, Marigold. I mean, Marigold's already on the bike.
Yeah, like... Yeah.
but we're gonna have to pass through the tollway. It's not gonna be fun.
Well, I mean...
What's the toll? We gotta sing and dance?
No. You know those you remember those rabbits from when you first entered that were trying to mug you?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I
no.
Oh.
As soon as you brought them up, I had to figure it had to be something related to them, of course.
Now, Rosark immediately has her wheels turning, like... I think I have an idea.
No,
Just think...
I can tell you a bit about their leader, as I did help him get put away for a while.
What about him?
He takes great pride in that scarf he has. That long blue scarf that's like 30 feet long. You see, that very scarf was used to imprison him. With a magic nail placed by Zelbina for his misdeeds.
So he doesn't wear it because he actually wants to, but rather he's forced to.
Yes, he can't take it off, but the hag's freedom. So, if we can get our hands on that, if someone could successfully grab that scarf and hold him down, he might lose all will to fight and call off his men.
Alright, so where do we find the scarf then?
Around his neck.
Sounds good to me.
You
I
can't
do,
take
I
it.
do have a really crazy idea to get in.
Could just blast it.
Kind of, but there's this thing I remember a few people doing at border crossing one time. They had a massive tanky thing, like tanky cart that they rolled down a hill toward the crossing. It was redirected, so that aligned well with the door, the front gates, and it just smashed right through, making us kind of either an entryway or a tunnel. Either way, they would win as long as they broke through the other side.
The thing is, we're not breaking through anything, and that place is, the old walkways are rotting.
Can't say we can't speed run across it.
How many enemies are we anticipating?
I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be the last time, like, 10?
Like, this is their main hideout.
So,
I've done some
10,000?
scanning before we managed to successfully capture him before. You see, he tends to use the height of the stump as a crow's nest for snipers
Hmm.
and sharpshooters.
So I assume we have to get up there first.
Well, actually, if we're able to get our hands on the scarf and pin down their leader, they will give up.
All right. So we have to make it fast. Okay.
Agadon
Rather
does
than
not
go.
want to give up his scarf. He refuses.
I could maybe thunderwave a wall if we could figure out where he likes to sit. Knock it down.
You know, the funny thing is, there was more of a twist to it. Zilbina actually planted the nail into a sapling and commanded the sapling to grow until its branches raked the sky, carrying the Haragon with them. It was only until the hags cut the tree and freed him.
Well then.
Oh, I like commanding.
You can command freeze him while we restrain him.
Command grovel. Command depression.
Sounds like an awful one. Marigold chimes in.
So, what does everyone have to bring to the table? I know I got.
Well, I could use Undos to also help hold him down. I mean, he is also a giant piece of heavy metal.
Touche.
I have my
I'm
battlesmith
probably like the
defender.
only one here who might be able to match him in speed.
Unless, I mean, makes sense. I
I
doubt.
have a battlesmith defender, and whatchamacallit.
Well, I actually grew up. I mean, it was the turtle that always wins the race, not the rabbit. It's not always about the speed, but it's about how you win.
If he touches me or gets within 5 feet and then leaves that 5 feet of me, he's getting zapped.
Watch out for watch out for that enchanted iron he's using. If he successfully lands a blow on you with it, you won't be able to see him for 24 hours.
Fairy fire moment.
I have fairy fire.
Unless someone hit him with a branding smite.
Fairy fire just illuminates anything invisible in the entire lighted area.
Oh, he'd be visible to us, but except the person who he's hit.
That's.
Does things burn in this area?
Well, we're in a swamp and it's full of swamp gas.
So it's probably going
Marigold, you guys see Marigold like unload like the bullets in her gun and starts replacing them with bullets that have like red tips on them. Is like,
Be careful,
let's go.
You don't want to accidentally ignite downfall. You see, they harvest a lot of the gas for their balloons.
Suppose I could also just thunderwave in directions. Knock down walls, knock down accuracy requirements. It's great.
Marigold at first was excited to start using her fire bullets, but now it kind of puts them away, realizing that it would be a bad idea.
And then there's also command him to disrobe, take off the armor. Makes his armor class easier to meet.
Unless I want to do it back to back command stuff.
I'm saying it would have to choose one. Well, I mean, it could try multiple turns, but.
Well, I hope one of you guys is strong enough to pin him down.
Well, if you command him to grovel instead, then he'll be on the ground.
Because if we could get, because I'm pretty sure if that scarf Like, we can either go the two ways: kill him or shame him in front of everybody. And I'd rather him be shamed so bad that he cannot recover.
Command piss.
Nah, command triple.
Could it? Actually, I think the most embarrassing thing for a rabbit,
Command cry.
command shed, make him lose all his fur.
I don't know if he can willingly do that.
We can't.
But we could tell him to shave.
Does that count?
We have blades. We could literally.
If he cuts himself, it won't work. It would be harm.
So,
Piss.
that scarf. Again. I think his greatest shame
how
would
about
be
the
losing
robe?
his scarf.
How about the robe? Command the robe.
I already said that earlier.
Command strip.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Hmm.
I was saying that earlier because, like, to get that armor off of him so it doesn't do any invisible shenanigans.
So
Yeah,
you
I
want
think
to
that's the best.
So I recommend you use command drop.
Because he can't drop his armor, but he will drop his weapon. And he can't drop his scarf. We need him to get rid of the scarf. We need him to get rid of everything.
Yeah,
No,
I think this robe's the best bet.
We can lose the brand into the swamp itself.
The brand?
Yes, I just explained it to you. If you get hit by that, you will be unable to see him for the next 24 hours.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was his armor that was doing that.
No, it's the brand he holds.
Oh, okay.
Well, if he strips, he'll have to strip of everything, including the brand
Basically,
and the scarf.
you have to be completely vulnerable.
I'll have to drop
Have
that
no
too.
armor, no weapons, no brand, nothing.
Just general armor class. Just base armor class of the race.
Yeah.
I just do. Honestly, I believe like making his men. I think making his men be disappointed in him. Honestly, his greatest asset and his greatest weakness is that scarf. It's a long, massive, grabbable target.
Meanwhile, I was thinking, like, why not command confess?
Too general. He'll confess to something unimportant.
Well, command repent?
No, I don't think it worked. He's too evil for that.
Command sing and dance and make him exhaust himself.
It's got to be one word.
That's why I say repent. Command perform? No, that's too general as well.
Well,
command sleep.
is that
Technically,
no irresistible dance?
What do you say? What did you say?
I actually have like hideous laughter, which technically does which does have a like persons to make them. It stops a person dead in their tracks and basically makes them vulnerable.
Only if they fail.
Yeah, if they fail. But Marigold is like, hold on, I have hideous laughter. We can make him laugh to death, or at least long enough that we can get the. Yeah, I mean,
to grab him, pin him down.
Disrobing would also be good for that because less armor class, less problem.
Yeah.
No weapon. So Meg can kick the blade away while he's changing into his birthday suit.
well, looks like we have a plan. Charge!
Okay. I know his scarf is his biggest weakness. If we could probably grab that, he'll be done.
If he disrobes, then we'll be able to grab it. Yes.
No, like while he's wearing it. Because he ain't very strong and he'll probably lose whatever grapple fight.
Oh, hold on.
You
What
gotta
if making us tell him to take it off gives him his full power? What if that's what he wants? As
Hmm.
the rabbit said that it's also his prison. What if he actually had the ability to free himself from his prison, but had to be asked to? And it had to be specifically someone not of this world.
could still command grovel.
Hey, Warforged. How strong are
Yeah.
you?
I have a strength of 16.
Good enough.
I am strength of 16 as well.
You two will be working together to pin him down. While me and the casters will be keeping him distracted and busy.
It's so sad that I do not have haste, or else I'd be able to do both things.
And heck, who knows? Once we get the downfall, maybe we'll find one of my missing ships.
Why do I have a feeling your ship's going to be very small, but then when it reaches outside, it's going to turn huge? I don't know. This world's strange.
It's stranger than you think. But my ships aren't big. But it has the might. The might of what? That has the might of a man of war. Only miniature.
Hmm.
Mm.
So, are we all in agreement on our plan?
Yep.
For the most part.
I'm already having trouble remembering what it was.
You, me, Marigold distract him while Azeroth and our Warforged friend attempt to tackle him.
I'll also
Right.
send. I'll also send in Indos. So it's an even 3-3.
They have a better chance of pinning him down because they're much stronger than all of us combined.
Alright then.
And the fact
I'm ready to
that
go.
if they can get that scarf and use it to pin him down, we may have a shot.
Well then. Shot not taken. Is shot missed. Let's do this.
Okay. It's gonna be a few days. It's gonna be a couple. It's probably gonna be at least a couple days before we can get up to the tollway.
Alright. Start making our way.
I'm on my way, as happiness can be.
Wait, weren't we going to go do something with the tower?
We're gonna go to a town.
Yeah,
we're
gonna
do
go
the thing with the tower.
Okay, I kind of forgot about that. Okay, let's do this.
Heck, Ozarka's the one who got the reward for it.
I know, I keep...
The magical dagger.
Right, I thought there was someone else up there. Oh well, let's do this. What do I roll?
I was rolling.
No, what do I roll? Because your roll.
No, I was rolling a random encounter.
Oh,
That's what I was... Okay.
And you guys wind up re-encountering the inn.
Hmm.
Maybe a good time to take a rest.
I would agree with them. I would agree with Azermoth.
Don't worry, I do that too.
hey, at least you don't do Porky Pig.
You mean the fearless. Abadoo, that's all for now. Let's take a nap. Fucker.
Yeah, no, Marigold goes up to the inn and is like, "You guys gonna come in or no?"
Yeah, she's coming in.
It's good to see you again. How how was your talk with old Jingle Jangle?
He didn't have spurs.
Some people have wronged him.
Probably was those that brigade causing trouble again. You know, you know, things were a lot better before the queen disappeared. The only problem is there are too many people benefiting from the hag. From the hags in charge and their greediness to actually stand up and do what's right.
Why people even make deals with Hag? They know it's gonna go south at some point anyway.
Well, I mean, anyone would take any type of magic as long as it's easy, because most people at heart don't want to work hard to get anything, honestly.
Yep.
And hag is one of the ways to do it.
More like certain regulations have been lifted. Why do you think this place has turned into a swamp?
I don't know. To eventually blow things up, Marigo pulls out the gun, still loaded.
Too many create water spells.
One day. I'm surprised
Yep,
you guys
awkward
haven't
pause.
found the mud. Haven't dealt with the mud methods.
Me
I
neither.
completely forgot about mud methods.
Those guys wind up wandering through the swamp to collect mushrooms.
But would they have enough to trade for the key man, Jingle Jangle? Jingle Jangle wants that. Jingle Jangle wants the mushy rooms. If they have the mushy rooms, we should trade with them. Maybe.
Well, I wish you luck on your journeys. The house will be beginning to move again soon. If you wish to come along, you can.
What are the chances that the house is past the checkpoint?
On the board, yes.
I meant like moves past the checkpoint
We just
towards the direction.
The house is heading north. It seems to be working in a counterclockwise or direct pattern of movement around the swamp.
yeah, we just caught it on its. No wait, that means it should be going up now, north, towards the checkpoint. Yeah. Math.
As you guys
So-
encountered it on the way from Slanty Tower, and it brought you most of the way to Telemetry Hill. The reason it couldn't
Yeah, I
take you
forgot.
any further towards it was because the house was turning.
Right. I assume we got some kind of rest from that. I don't remember what kind.
Well, nobody casted any actual spells, so
Yeah.
Hey, not true.
the
I
spells
cast
that use
it too.
spell slots.
I used two that use spell slots.
Which ones?
I don't remember what the level 1 spell, but the level 2 spell was
Because
Gust of Wind.
oh. Well, I guess you guys could take a long rest, and that would make for a good point to leave off for tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry I wasn't talking a whole lot, during game. I'm just kind of slightly distracted.
It happens.
So, everybody have fun for this session?
Yeah, this was good.
A solid roleplay
all
session.
right.
Solid roleplay sesh.
Yep.
There will be
I love
combat next session. I can guarantee that.
I love a session where I don't fucking perish.
Exactly.
Understandable. Yeah, actually, I want to say one thing real quick. After Toon and the Stone Age game, I actually want to introduce to you guys the world that Marigold, Edward, and Jesse are from. I want to do a Deadlands game with you guys.
Jesse, we need
Oh
to.
man.
The thing is, Edward is a pretty good doctor in that game.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
a great doctor, but
A complete moron when it comes to social situations.
yeah,
He got the tism, but that's okay.
And yet he somehow
Great.
also managed to fend off the devil multiple times from eating Jesse's soul.
Oh god,
They
it's
got-
my
yeah,
too.
your soul's getting eaten.
Now you got me interested. I want to play. this.
Yeah,
It's really-
and it's not like a D20 system. It's actually like a multiple dice system. Like you're gonna need D12s, D20s.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thanks for coming out.
Yay.
And
Peace out.
you can explain it more now.